iRacing is honestly a sim I never thought I'd cover on the channel. It has an age-old physics engine, outdated graphics, and a borderline debt-inducing monetization method. It makes it really hard to jump into, but towards the end of last year, I decided to take the plunge into iRacing, and this video is going to be a short review on what I think. Before we get into it, make sure you guys drop a like and a sub. We're aiming to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's a big ask, but hopefully I can get that done by the end of the year. I have some big videos coming up this year, so make sure you guys stay tuned. But without further ado, I'm going to jump straight into it. Let's start with the monetization model itself. Memberships start around $13 US for a month, all the way up to $200 US for a whole year, which makes iRacing the most expensive sim off the bat. But then add in tracks for $14.95 US, and add cars for a further $11.95. It's just ridiculous when you consider games like, say, rFactor 2 having tracks being $10.18 USD and cars being $5, and then the sim itself being sometimes as cheap as $10 US. It just makes iRacing pretty much completely outdated in terms of how you spend your money, and to be honest, it's a complete bullshit money grab by the developers. Moving on from that, let's talk about the physics. Despite what a lot of people have said, I actually quite enjoy the physics on iRacing. The force feedback conveys the weight transfer in cars like the V8 supercars, NASCARs and touring cars, while you can feel the immense downforce generated by Formula 1 cars, Indy cars, GT cars and prototypes. On top of that, iRacing also has an incredible damage model. When paired with the awesome force feedback and the incredible damage model, you can have some really realistic crashing. I'll show you guys some demonstrations of that now. Now, graphics is where this sim starts to show its age. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't look bad by any means, but you can definitely tell that this game is from 2008, but the developers are trying their best to keep it looking as good as possible considering the age, and in my book, that is completely justified and completely worth jumping on the sim. If you have it installed, if you have a subscription, it's definitely worth it, because I mean, they're trying their best with what they've got, and it looks pretty good. iRacing for many years has been the benchmark in online sim racing, and has only recently been beaten in my opinion by ACC. But iRacing goes about it in a really cool way, almost real life, in the sense that you have to work your way through different categories and classes, rank up to get more prestigious events such as the Indy 500, the Daytona 500, the Coke 600, stuff like that, the Le Mans 24 Hour, all the big sim racing events where you need to be a high license and a high level in the game to be able to drive it. Overall, iRacing is definitely good, assuming you're the intended audience, that being a hardcore sim racer. If you're a casual, somebody who's just getting into it, I would steer clear of iRacing for now and go for something like an Assetto Corsa if you're looking for an ultra realistic looking game where you can drive whatever you want. Assetto Corsa is your best bet, but if you're looking for online racing, ACC is where you'd want to head. This sim is just so expensive and it's so hard to justify, especially if you're just starting out. And not to mention, it's also a PC exclusive, so if you're on console, this is not an option for you guys anyway. But I haven't checked out ACC, that's the sim that I'm looking to jump into this year as well. So I'm going to try and see how that compares to iRacing in terms of online, and how you go about racing in that respect. But my message to the developers of iRacing is make the game a one-time purchase. You would get so many more customers if it was just a one-time purchase. It's not, the cars and tracks aren't that much more expensive than rFactor, so I could honestly justify paying those prices for those cars and tracks if the game was one-time purchase. The fact I'm having to spend $100, $200 for a couple of years on the platform, on top of $100 a week, every couple of weeks, every month, on cars and tracks, that is just ridiculous. And for somebody my age that's still in school, minimum wage, all that kind of stuff, it makes it very hard, and you're pretty much just marketing yourself towards an older audience, which it just makes it a little bit difficult for the young people that want to take sim racing seriously and make it into a potential career. But guys, that is my thoughts on iRacing. Definitely worth a shot if you guys have the time and the money to put into it. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. This is my first review on any sim racing software. Let me know if you guys want to see any more reviews on sim racing softwares like rFactor, rFactor 2, Assetto Corsa, ACC. As I said, I need to check that one out. Yeah, until next time guys, my name's Damon. Actually, no, not quite. So I'm back for the year, for the start of the year. Hope you guys enjoyed your holiday break and your New Year's with your family and friends. I'm looking forward to getting back into sim racing content this year, and hopefully we can, as I said at the start of the video, grow towards 1,000 subscribers. That's been my goal for a very long time, and I believe this year I can finally fulfill it. So yeah, but I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Until next time, my name's Damon, and yeah, peace out guys.
Just take my hand and come with me, yeah.